Welcome to Emotions Monday, where we take an emotional word of the day and we define that word according to the dictionary, describe that word in daily living, and decide, are we going to reduce or increase that emotion in our lives? Today's emotional word of the day is cheerful. Defining what cheerful means. According to the dictionary, it means to be noticeably happy and optimistic, causing happiness by its nature or appearance. So what does a cheerful person look like? Well, let's look at describing that in daily living. Someone who is cheerful looks at the positive. They bring into the room an emotion of happiness. Into any environment that a cheerful person is in, you get a sense of hope, of happiness. There's a sense that everything is made a little bit easier and definitely more enjoyable. A cheerful person is contagious and gets other people to stop thinking about themselves. Someone who's cheerful allows others to not be as self-conscious because they're not focusing on themselves, what are other people saying or thinking about them. When someone is cheerful, they're focusing on the reason for the happiness. They're looking at the positive things around them. They're looking at what's causing joy rather than all the things that are not working or what they're not doing or what they're not getting. Other people, when they get around someone who is cheerful, will let their guard down because when someone is cheerful, you don't feel as nervous or anxious around them. Cheerful people invite others to be happy also. Being cheerful is equal to being calm, inviting, and peaceful. And that's why people welcome cheerful people into their lives. How can you help yourself to be more cheerful? You want to make sure that in your life, when you're feeling those times where you were cheerful and now you're feeling down, you want to examine what are the things you're thinking about. If all of a sudden you were happy and now you find yourself stressed, most likely your thoughts went to things that were causing you to feel stressed out. Something you have to do tomorrow, something you have to do later, something you're not sure about, something that's going to show up and you need to be ready for. And there's nothing wrong with planning, but sometimes the reason that we're less cheerful is because our mind is full of worry or anxiousness about the next thing, the other thing, the thing that's coming up, the thing that we're uncertain of. So if you want to be able to maintain your cheerful attitude, your sense of happiness and optimism, you want to not spend too much time focused on the things that take away that happiness, that cheerfulness, on the things that cause you to feel stressed or worried or anxious. The reason that some people come into the room and they bring cheerfulness is because they're not worried about the things that they can't control. They're not letting their time, their emotions be consumed with things that seem to be unsolvable or seem to be overwhelming. They are enjoying the moment. If they're in a meeting, they're just paying attention to the meeting and enjoying the fact that they get to be in the room with the people that are there. If they are out with family, they are just present in that moment and they're enjoying the family around them. They're not thinking about tomorrow or yesterday, but they're in the present. So I invite you to be a cheerful person by just being in the present, looking for something good, something positive, keeping your mind on what's good and positive and cheerful in nature will help you become a more cheerful person. So when it's time to decide, are we going to increase or decrease this emotion of cheerfulness? We're going to decide that this is a keeper word and a keeper emotion, that we all need cheerful people around us, and we want to become that happy, optimistic, cheerful person for others. And so today, we're going to keep the word cheerful. We're going to increase the emotion by focusing on the good, by focusing on the present, by thinking about all the things we can do versus all the things that we don't get to do or we are concerned that we're not able to do. We're going to focus on our abilities, not our lack. We're going to focus on what we have, not what's missing, and we are going to enjoy our lives. So thank you for joining me for this Emotions Monday, where we look at your emotions and our emotional word for the day. And we have made a decision today to increase cheerfulness in our lives. This is Jessie Martinez, author, therapist, and coach, helping you to master your emotions. See you next time.